If love is the criteria for starting and maintaining a relationship with someone, and then someone sees a person that he loves, and then unarguably the person loves him as much, and then they end up starting a relationship, and then they continued, and along the line the relationship crashed and was unable to continue. Was it that they didn't love themselves, or the love wasn't enough to power and sustain that relationship for a long period of time? The answer to that will be our topic for today, which is the two essential things in a relationship apart from love. Without wasting time, two things are actually the key elements of a relationship, and once these two things are found missing, the relationship is bound to fail. Yes, no matter how much you claim you love each other, no matter how sincere and how genuine and how true that love can be, just know that it's for a fleeting moment. Yes, definitely, if these two things are missing in that relationship, it will crash. No matter how long the relationship takes, no matter how long the marriage takes, you can try to sustain it with other things, you can try to maneuver it, you can try to use sentiment to hold it for some time, but definitely with the absence of these two things, it will definitely come to an end. Number one thing is choice. When you meet someone for the first time, and then the person got your attention, and then you fell in love with this person, you know what happens. Love doesn't come just like that. Yes, if you want to be true to yourself, the partner you are with now, there was one thing that made you fall in love with him or her. There is one unique thing about that said person, one characteristics of that person, maybe the way he talks, or his height, his looks, or the way he behaves, or the cologne he was wearing that day that you met him. No matter what it is, just know that it's not just that person. There are millions of people out there with that same trait that made you fall for this person. And then when you now fall in love, what love helps you do is it helps you choose that person. Yes, you're just singling out the person, and then choosing to love that person and love only that person. You know, there is this question that some people ask. They say, can you love more than one person at a time? Yes, it's 100% possible. Yes, loving two person or more, or 5, 10 people is possible, but you are not doing that because you are choosing to love just one person. Think about this, the past relationship that you've had with so many people that didn't continue. You find out that you still love them. Yes, actually, because love doesn't die like that, except maybe the issue that's brought about the separation is so tough that you cannot forget about it at all. But even if you don't forget, the love is still there, but you are not choosing to love that person anymore. So why is choice very essential in relationship, and why is it among the two things that keeps a relationship? You know, when you're talking about choice, it means that there are a whole lot of options, and then you're choosing only that person. You know, someone cannot be complete. Yes, what do I mean? One person cannot actually attend to all your needs. Yes, he can be better in some areas. He can be good. He can be some answers to some questions in your life. But if you're talking about the person being that perfect person for you, it's not possible. Okay, but you have to just choose that person. Yes, you have to choose and keep choosing until number 2 factor comes in, which we will talk about shortly. Okay, if you fail to choose this same person, that means the person is not perfect and you're not perfect match for that person. Because if you're thinking about, okay, this person, she's not really good in this area, so I'm going to go outside and hook up with somebody that is good in that area, then after that I still come back with this person. Your wife, your partner might not be as intelligent as the other girl that you're seeing. Your wife might not be as intelligent as your colleague at the office. Your wife might not be as smart as that your street girl, and so many things. And then she might be intelligent, she might be smart, but she's not that satisfying in bed. Yes, she's not that great. Or even if she's great in bed, she's not of that body structure, of that shape that you wanted. Or even if she's of that shape that you wanted, she's not that great cook. If she's a great cook, she's not giving you respect, and so many things. Now, if you want to just get this satisfaction, if you don't want to choose her, then if you're choosing her, that means you're overlooking those bad sides that she doesn't have. Yes, you're choosing her, you're choosing her because of the things she does right. You're completely ignoring those sides that she is not perfect in. And once you fail to do this, once you fail to choose, and when I mean choice, it's not just something that happens in a moment. It's not something that happens when you want to start that relationship. It's not something that happens when you just want to get married to the person. You can say, okay, I choose to make you my wife, I choose to make you my husband, and then that's the end of it. No, choice is a daily activity. You wake up every day and then you're choosing your wife. You go out every day and you're choosing your wife, because you're doing this daily, because you tend to meet new people every single day. You tend to have new needs every single day. You tend to have this particular sex style, this particular sex fantasy that you are imagining in your head that you want to try out, and then your wife cannot give you that, your husband cannot give you that. So you will have other options out there to get that great sex that you're looking at for. But you have to sacrifice, you have to let go of that things because you chose this person. And then you are able to choose that particular pleasure that your partner is giving you, giving deaf ear to every other person out there that is better. Yes, that is what it means. So choice will be happening on daily basis, and at any point in a relationship where you stop choosing your partner, that relationship is bound to fail. When you stop choosing your partner, when you stop seeing her as the best option for you, then you will want to go out and have another relationship elsewhere. Number two factor that holds and is very important in a relationship is flexibility. If you are rigid in a relationship, if you come to a relationship and then hoping that you are just going to be like you, some people say you love me, if you cannot love me the way I am, then it's fine. Yes, the person can love you the way you are in the beginning of the relationship, but if you stay the way you are, I'm sorry, that relationship is bound to fail. Yes, you have to be flexible. You have to be open to correction. You have to be open to learning. You learn every single day. You try to adapt to your partner every single day. So if your partner is managing some of your flaws, if your partner is managing some of the place that you're having limitations, you tend to notice that even if he corrects or he doesn't correct you, you have to consciously and unconsciously try every single day to fit into that personality that your partner will want best. Yeah, so both partners should be flexible. You know, if there are things that you don't know how to do, if there are things that you're not great at, but you know that these things are what pleases your partner, you have to be flexible to adapt to that new system. You have to learn that skill. You have to learn that communication. You have to learn how to cook. You have to learn how to be great in bed. You have to learn that new style, that new fantasy that your partner longs for so much. That is the only way to build a relationship. If you are just depending on love, love will automatically withdraw itself once both parties get too comfortable. You know why most times when relationships start new, when people are still dating, it seems that they are perfect, and along the line when they get married, everything turns upside down. The relationship, some people will go to the point and say, how did I even get to fall in love with you in the first place? You know, those things are when that love actually steps down. You know, what love does in the beginning of the relationship is that it helps us choose. Yes, it helps us choose our partner. What do I mean? It makes you blind to every other person out there. Love covers some flaws that your partner have, and then those things are actually temporal. Yes, when you're talking about relationship and marriage, those covering that love does to those flaws are temporal. Yes, it just helps you to make that choice in the beginning of the relationship. And then if you're not continuing making this choice, and then when you're making this choice, love is still there to enable you. And then when love steps down and then there is no flexibility to continue the relationship, what do I mean? You are within that period that you still love the person, you are so blind to notice where you need to make changes. You are so blind to notice the needs of your partner, to work on them. And then love steps down. You find out that it will be difficult for you to choose your partner. It will be difficult for your partner to choose you. That time, every single mistake counts. Every single error and flaws that your partner have will automatically surface before your very eyes. So you should note these two things. Once you notice that something wrong is happening in your relationship, check these two things. Check if you are having a feeling for somebody else, if you are longing to get pleasure and satisfaction and comfort elsewhere, if you are now seeing your partner as a second option, if you are seeing your partner as being incomplete all of a sudden. Once you start noticing these things, just know that you are no longer choosing your partner. And then if you notice that there are some things that maybe your partner has been complaining about this particular thing, and you are making little or no effort in adjusting those things, if you are not making any effort in trying to improve on the areas that your partner has been making demands on, just know that you're not being flexible. You need to fix these two things. And I hope you learned something new in this video. If you did, give it a thumb up and then subscribe to my channel if you want to see more coming videos, as I'm dedicated to making videos that will help you build a healthier relationship. And until next time, bye.